Okay, hi pals, I'm Casey and today I'm here to talk about all the physical copies of the books that I read in November and whether or not I would purchase them again. This is not my concept. This I took from TikTok. I will link the creator down below. Her name is Niah. She's absolutely wonderful and you should absolutely follow her. First one I have in my pile is The Blind Owl. This was absolutely amazing. I would absolutely buy this again. This was actually given to me as a Christmas present a couple years ago, and just like I would buy it again, I would have someone else buy it again for me. It was really good, really incredible. If I did not have a copy of this, I would be trying to find one and get my hands on one for my physical library. The next one I have here is Somewhere in the Unknown World by Kalia Yang. This was incredible. I would buy this again. And in fact, I bought this used, but I would even buy this at full price. This was so damn good, and I'm so happy that I have a physical copy of it in my library, especially because I just thought it was really important, and I am so happy to have it here. Next one I have is The Dragon Republic by R.F. Kuang. This is another one that I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see. Yep. Look at that damage. I bought this used and I would absolutely purchase this new. This is the sequel to the Poppy War and I thought it was really fucking good. Really incredible, and I am so happy that I have a copy of this and that I can continue with the series, and yeah, really would just purchase this again new. The next one I have in my stack is a hard one and it's Cursed Bunny by Bora Chung. I feel a little conflicted because I love this cover. I love the colors on it in particular, and I love the rabbit. I think rabbits on covers are always just really just engaging for some reason. But the insides of this book did not live up to my expectations, and so I think ultimately that means that I have to say no, I would not buy this again, and that's more painful because I paid full price for this. The next I have in the pile is Babylon's Ashes by James S.A. Corey. This is the 6th book in the Expanse series, and this was another long ago Christmas present. This was bought for me well before we moved into this house, which is like 5 or 6 years ago or something, and I would absolutely buy this again if I didn't already have it, and I would have someone else purchase this for me as a Christmas present. I love this series. The only thing I will say is this was purchased for me when this was the newest book, and this was the only copy, or was the hardback, and if it was up to me, I'm not going to do it, but if it had been up to me, I would have waited until the paperback came out, like the giant paperback that's like just a hair smaller than this one, because that's what I have of everything else, and I like my series to match as much as possible, but that doesn't change the fact that I love this and I am so happy to have a copy of it. Next book I have is The United States of Cryptids by J.W. Walker. This I would buy again. This is another Christmas book. I'm trying to go through my pile as much as I can before I have a whole new one, and I did really enjoy this one. I would purchase this one again. It's gonna reflect really badly into the camera, I'm so sorry. But I would purchase this again, and I would have someone else purchase this again for me. I really enjoyed it, and I think it's going to make such an amazing addition to my nonfiction shelf. Okay, the next one in the pile is Vampires of El Norte by Isabel Cañas. I would buy this again, but I want to explain why. I did not have a good time with this book. It took me 60% to get into it. I considered DNFing it, but I found Nestor and Nena to be really insufferable the first 60%. But what I will say is that this book I'm always going to keep because this is really special to me, and I want to show you one of the reasons why. And it has this lovely author plate in there for me to affix whenever I want. But the reason why this is really special and why it has that is because my spouse got this for me. They got a book box that they had been keeping their eye on for a while, and that doesn't always do a lot of books that I'm interested in, but they waited until they had seen a book that I was interested in and decided to get it for me. And it also came with Wild Spaces by S.L. Coney, which I also really enjoyed, and a bunch of fun little treasures. But every time I see this book, it's going to remind me of my spouse and how much I love them and how much they care about me and how thoughtful they always are. And that's why I would 100% have this bought for me again or buy it again. Okay, the next one I have is Carmilla by Joseph Sheridan Le Fanu, if you care about the author. I love this cover so much. I just want to, like, it's freaking bats. Look at grandma doing memes. But I love the bats on this cover. I think this is just so beautifully designed, and one of the reasons why I'm at least happy to have this, because I don't know that I would purchase it again at full price, is I really want to come back in here and read the foreword by Carmen Maria Machado, because I listened to the audiobook of this because I can't physically hold books right now until all the stuff in my arm gets settled, and so I really want to read her forward in here because I think it could be extremely illuminating for the text, but I will say I probably would not purchase this again at full price like I did, and instead wait until I saw it used at our local bookstore. Next I have is The Crane Husband by Kelly Barnhill. This is another one I enjoyed. I had a good time. I'm excited to read more from this author, and I think it's got a gorgeous cover, but I don't know that I'd pay full price for it again. This was one I went out on a limb on. My spouse saw it and thought it looked really cool and sounded really cool, and it was. I did enjoy it a lot, but again, it's another one I think I would pick up used again if I could, you know, sort of redo it. I would definitely look for a copy, but I wouldn't pay the full $20 for it. Okay, the next one here is The Deep by Alma Katsu. I would not buy this again. I wouldn't buy it used. I wouldn't buy it full price. I wouldn't buy it in any way. This I didn't really enjoy. I had a bad time with, and the biggest reason why I might sound really frustrated about it is because I bought this before I'd read anything from Alma Katsu. I had heard about The Deep. I'd heard it was really spooky, really scary, and that's what I wanted. And then I got The Hunger from Alma Katsu shortly after and read that and hated it. I thought it was really, really disappointing. And this sat on my desk for like a year and a half before I finally decided to get to it. And I only got to it because I thought The Fervor by this author was really good, and I thought maybe this would land somewhere in between. But no, I just didn't like this, and I have to stop buying from authors that I'm just convinced I'm gonna love for no reason other than a listicle I found online. The last one in the pile is Good Morning, Destroyer of Men's Souls by Niah Renata Aaron. I don't think I would buy this again, not because there is anything wrong with it or I didn't enjoy it. I did have a good time reading it and I thought it was good, but just I don't super love memoirs, especially like I just don't have a bunch of them lying around in my house. And even though I got this used, you can clearly see the library tag still here. I don't think I will ever pick this up again, and I don't know that I'm going to think about it much again. And I feel a little bad saying that because there was nothing wrong with this, and it was a good memoir. I just ultimately don't think that it's something I'm going to think about again, and it might be going into a DNF piles, not DNF, but like an unhaul pile sometime, just because I am a little pressed for shelf space, and unless I have like a full like former library bookshelf, I don't see myself keeping it around, and so I wouldn't purchase this one again. Okay, that's it for me. I hope you had fun watching this. This was I'm not gonna lie to you, the third time I filmed this, and every time I filmed it, I've gotten more and more disappointed at how many of these books that I just would not purchase again, but that I did spend my actual money dollars on. So yay for me. I will see you next Friday. Please feel free to do algorithm things if you want, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Okay, bye.